What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling today? This is Coach Reg back on deck with another one for y'all today. And before we get started, please visit IntensityFitnessUnited.com for the best products in the world. I'm telling you right now, you will not be sorry. I source these directly from the source, the grower, nature, all that good stuff. Now, this video is about what not to do upon having a spiritual and conscious awakening. See, what you don't understand, people, is when you first learn certain things, I get how you want to share it with family and friends, just jumping and coming across information. But you are not ready. I'm going to say this again. You are not ready. All right? You're not ready for what's going to come because of you sharing everything. All right? If you find out something that blows and shakes your foundation, keep it to yourself, because let me tell you something. There's a time in your life where you're only able to receive certain information only when it was for you. It wasn't for everybody. It may not have been for your spouse, even though they're going to be around it. It may not have been for your dad, your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your friends. It may have been just for you to retain the information, to research more, and to learn from it. Now, sometimes you don't got to tell them anything if you feel like it's going to bring a certain amount of backlash, because I'm going to tell you something right now. The messenger always gets shot. And if you're not willing to catch a bullet or several, then chill and keep it to yourself. Now, I understand how you care about these people and you want to kind of wake them up and enlighten them. But a lot of people are not ready to hear what you're about to tell them. Even if you tell them and show them proof, they will reject it because they're not ready to receive it. And most of them won't receive it in this life. You consider yourself lucky that you have received it when you have received it, because it was meant only for you. Now, if you have a spouse, it gets complicated, because in the beginning, you are a caterpillar. 5 years ago, would I have received the information that I'm giving to the people good? No, I would have rejected it and rejected it and rejected it. Probably wouldn't have researched because it was just something unknown. I wasn't open-minded, and I probably would have rejected it 5-10 years ago. For real. And you have to realize that even though you love these people, you have to put yourself first for the time being to develop and hone your knowledge and your information, and it could take years. You have to go through this process alone. You came in this world by yourself, and you will leave this world by yourself. And you have to get versed in your particular area, because if you ever stop doing certain things, they're like, why'd you stop going to church? Why'd you stop doing this? Why are you spiritual? What does that mean? And you just are starting to learn it. You don't know how to explain to them. You have not developed your barrier or your force field or your building or whatever you want to call it to fight that off or to even debate it. See, me personally, I don't like to debate. I don't debate. And people are like, well, of course you didn't debate me because I'm undebatable. I don't got time for that shit. I'm doing this for me and my journey, not you. Like people always say, or you worry about what I saw on my plate. So say if one day I came to you and say, yo, I'm a meat eater again. You get mad because I always been vegan, right? Not to say it's happened. I'm just giving you an example. If I say, listen, I'm a meat eater. Whoa, oh my God, he's not vegan no more. I hate you. Like, why do you care about what's on my plate? It doesn't affect you. Doesn't affect what's in your body. So always understand this, people. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself before you can give or share with anybody else. But the number one thing you do not do when you have a spiritual awakening is you tell everybody else. You will cause 10 times more of the resistance than you're going to cause even within yourself, because you already are experiencing resistance in yourself, and they could sway you back to the other side of how you used to think when you were really trying to be pushed by the spirit into this certain realm of possibilities, of existence, of all kinds of thinking that we weren't taught as children, we weren't even taught as adults. I don't care if you're 50, you're 60, or you're 70, you're learning it, your spirit is still here learning it for a reason. And with the information that I know, I can never go back to that old life because of what I know, and I'm not going to sit here and explain it to people that I know and love close to me, because a lot of times when you give them information, they know who you used to be and they don't respect the information they're giving you because they don't respect you. And sometimes for them to find out information from somebody else, they respect them because they don't know them. You ever heard that saying? People will support you when they don't know you. People who know you don't support you. Realize that. So if your beliefs are something new, or you've had a spiritual conscious awakening and you want to tell everybody, I am cautioning you not to do it, because you can ruin relationships. And if you happen to care about relationships still to this, like at this particular point, because in the beginning you do care about relationships, but once you get a knowledge and a love for self, you don't give a shit who comes and goes at the end of the day. I mean, I love you, but if you're going to judge me for this, then what do you believe in anyway? But I love you, and if I love you and you really care about your relationship, don't be that person that ruins it just yet, because your spirit is not strong and not built up at this point. So if you just found something out and you want to tell them, don't be the one to do it. Let them experience it. Maybe you live. Like I always tell people, if you want to be an example and you want to share spirituality with a person, because people who are religious think spirituality is like that much different or demonic or whatever. Not all of y'all, not all, but a lot of people do. Just live a certain way that reflects what you believe, what you know. And when you normally do that and they see abundance coming into your life, they'll probably ask you, what are you doing? And you direct them in the right way. But don't become their teacher. That's when normally, when I don't know, I can't explain it, but when it's your family members, they ain't hearing that shit from you. Now sometimes they will, but many times they won't. All right, and sometimes you just have to, when you're ready to learn, I'll direct you into that area. But you gotta be like, listen, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you. You're not gonna sit here and be all mad at me and hate me and look at me all grizzly saying I ruined your life. Just direct them in that area, show them love. Live what you speak. That's number one above all. Live what you speak, because if you're somebody who proclaims to be a spiritual being having a human experience, but you out there with them at the club, you out there with them at the bar all the time, you doing all kinds of womanizing, you doing all kinds of stealing and cheating and all that stuff, then you are a bad example and you're full of shit. But if you're somebody who really is living it, you be righteous and you live righteous, and the way you live should be your only example that you show to them, especially when they're closest to you. So this is obviously my purpose, and I'm literally sharing this with y'all. I don't share this kind of information with my family because they won't hear it from me, even to this day. So I'm not wasting my breath. You're not going to hate me, because the things that I know would literally shake their foundation, and I'm not going to be the one to tell you. I'm going to live it. I'm going to keep my distance when you're in that particular area of your beliefs, and you can say what you want about me. But I'm going to show you love by not giving you this information. But when you're ready and you know what I do, you reach out to me. But that's how you got it. That's how your attitudes have to be. All right. And people are going to say all kinds of things about you. They're going to say you think you're better than me now. They're going to say all kinds of stuff. You can't let that shake your foundation, because any doubt within yourself you do not need right now. Their information of what they believe is going to be 10 times stronger than yours in your beginning. But you build over years of understanding this new life that you're living, of consciousness, of awareness, of spirituality, of supplements, of crystals, of understanding of chakras, these things that we have never heard of as children. And if anybody wants any help as far as to focus more and to get closer, I suggest you go ahead and get some Haritaki on my website, intensityfitnessunited.com, and start to engulf yourself in many things that nature has to offer. Because normally when you are experiencing awakening and you are not eating healthy, you are going to lose your awakening because you're not connecting to nature. And these supplements and crystals and all kinds of stuff, and meditation and yoga and chakras, these are ways that you can connect to nature, getting outside nature, these things. But the more unnatural you are, the more unnatural people that you're hanging around, the more you're going to fall away. And I'm telling you right now, you're really going to have to get it together. Seriously. So I suggest that you really don't tell everybody. You build it up, because right now you're a caterpillar and you have to grow to be a butterfly, and it takes sometimes years to grow to be a butterfly. As a caterpillar, do not share this information because you do not have enough to share at this point. And I am firm on not debating people, because I don't have time. If you believe what you believe, I respect that. I'm not going to try to convince you. Even on this channel, I'm not going to try to convince you. You find your tribe, and if your tribe doesn't believe or know what I know, then that's your tribe. But if my tribe believes and know what, we can have a conversation. But I don't believe in debating, because that is when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You pick which one is which. But don't be out here debating with people all crazy, because both of you are going to argue. I think it's a waste of time. A conversation is good, but a debate doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe to you, but to me, I don't got time to be debating. Well, you don't debate because you don't know enough. No, I don't debate because I believe what I believe, and I don't got to convince you. If you don't believe it, I don't give a shit. I believe what I believe, and I'll find the ones who are open-minded to understand what I believe in at the end of the day. And that's how I get down. That's just me. All right, I don't waste energy, I don't waste time, because time is of the essence, and time is very important to me. All right, and if I realize you believe what you believe and I believe what I believe, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to meet in the middle. We're going to just have to agree to disagree, which is how we begin anyway. So that's my best advice for you as far as how to, conduct yourself through the spiritual awakening. I'm sure you will be guided better by the Spirit. It will pop up in many different ways. It's beyond your understanding, so don't try to control it nor understand it. Just accept what's coming and live how you need to live in order to get things great in your life and be the example for others. So besides that, I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. This is Coach Reg. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you have anything you want to say, you can email me at intensityfitnessunited.com. I'm so busy, I don't even really have time to be answering my comments like that, but I do see all of them. And if you really have a question, sometimes I answer them, but if you see comments, things of that nature, I suggest that you literally go right to my email and go on the website and go to the contact section and ask the question. We also have a thing on our website now where you go to the bottom and you can literally type it in and talk to my customer service team. So besides that, I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. Peace.